Arion Abraham, aka AB. So look, the same things, the same people, 3 rest. Hey, so picking right back up where I left off. The same people and the same things, right? And I'm sure y'all, even if you're not even all the way in Christ or in Christ, lukewarm, not. I'm sure you probably can think back and experience, this same person built me up, or same thing built me up, the drugs, the money, and all this and that, but it also tore me down. Elvis Presley gave me the Elvis Presley treatment. You get what I'm saying? All that fame and all that just took Elvis Presley, you know what I mean? He just lost control, you know what I mean? Overdose and all this and that. I mean, that means you got too much or something, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So, God can always restore things. You get what I'm saying? So never lose hope and stuff like that. But I'm giving you examples of how this stuff is just spiritual. Like, don't charge it. So what do I do? What do you do now, AB, and all that? You don't sit there and act like a victim. You know what I mean? You no pain, no gain. You can sit. You got 2 choices. You can sit there and act like a victim, or you can focus on being an overcomer. You know what I'm saying? At this point in life, I don't care, it's foolish for me to compare myself to somebody else, and they don't even have the same experiences I've had with God and stuff like that, even other brothers and sisters in Christ, which is not, you want to ask God to help you with that comparison, the stuff, because that's the spirit of the world, and all that brings is more forth, opens the door for Satan to bring in jealousy and all kinds of stuff. You start scheming, and focus on yourself. For me, a lot of people I started out with, a lot of them have left this earth. You get what I'm saying? Unfortunately, and so, and then the battles, and wasn't given the same deck of cards. So for me, I'm already a success story. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody say. You know what I'm saying? For somebody want to compare your job and all this and that, they didn't start out where you start out with, you know what I'm saying, and with the same mindsets and all that. And this ain't to blame the world too, but even my certain mindsets I had. At one point I had a mindset, and I blame, I'm proud of it, this is all we got, family and all that, did this, and no, don't do that, you know what I'm saying? That's a mindset. Or you can be like Jesus. Jesus had the same thing going on. You get what I'm saying? His mother and father didn't really believe in him, and he had to go on and do his thing. You go do your thing. So what do you do now, AB? You just charge it to the game. Ask God. Jesus said, well, the enemy meant for your harm, he'll work it out for his good. So yeah, they mean it for my harm, and yeah, they probably still do. But at the same time, I've been on this earth for 3 decades. You get what I'm saying? And I've been overcoming stuff. You know what I'm saying?